So there's a story, there's a plot somewhere, or there's a plot is going to develop in a second. There's Johnny and Mary. Let's stick with Johnny and Mary. Johnny loves Mary. Mary loves Johnny. It's getting a bit late. I wish this story would begin. Enter Cassandra. Even her name tells you there's going to be trouble. What's Cassandra going to do? Well, one of the things she's going to do, and I don't even know who she is, she's going to affect the story, the relationship between Johnny and Mary. Is Johnny going to have an affair with Cassandra? Johnny loves Mary. Mary doesn't love Johnny. Enter Cassandra. Johnny has an affair with Cassandra. Now Mary's jealous. She's asking herself, why am I jealous? I don't love the bastard. Why am I jealous? Why do I want to tear Cassandra's eyes out? Johnny loves Mary. Mary loves Johnny. Cassandra moves in. There's no problem. They both like her. You're still waiting for another character to enter to complicate things. Because the thing is, if you have two characters, no matter what their relationship to each other, it's going to settle down after a while. Something has to trigger it off. And 2,500, almost 2,500 years ago, Aristotle came up with an idea of drama that demanded at least three characters. That you had a central character, who, let's say, is Johnny, but though it could equally be Mary. You have a secondary character who's Mary, and they interact with each other. Johnny does a number of things. He buys her a bunch of flowers. She's no interest. He buys her a big blue car. She's no interest. Etc., etc. She is no interest. Then one day, enter Cassandra. Johnny buys Cassandra the bunch of flowers. Suddenly Mary's on the phone. That the interaction between character A and character B, no matter what it is, will eventually reach a kind of a détente, a kind of a Cold War between the Americans and the Russians. It'll reach a neutral point. Character C comes in at that stage and upsets everything. Because with three characters, you can never have, which is the thing you least want in a story, equilibrium. You can never have balance, because Cassandra will always be leaning a little bit more towards Johnny on Tuesdays. But when Johnny's at work on Mary, Cassandra will be leaning a little bit towards Mary, etc. That there's always room for tipping the scales of the story as a whole. That's why the Greeks wanted at least three characters. Now you could argue that there are loads of stories that only have one character, or only have two characters, but it's not true. There's always other characters. They may not walk onto the stage. But when you think about it, you go to a play, somebody comes out on the stage, you're waiting for two things. One is you're waiting for them to speak. They come out and they move the vase of flowers from there to there. They come out and they tie their shoelace. They come out and they look at all the pictures on the walls. You're still waiting. They answer the phone. I told you not to call me at the office. You're thinking, he's not in an office. He's in a, wherever he is. He's in a kitchen. Who's he lying to? What's this about? You're interested. You're interested because he spoke. He either confirms what you're believing or he denies it, but you're involved. That's one thing. You've got to hear people talking. And the other thing is, who is it? What's he going to do? Is he going to hide the phone? Is he going to hide the flowers? He opens the door. Who walks in? How does he change? How does his relationship to the room he's in change? How does his relationship to what he was doing change? That you're looking for, to go back to an idea mentioned earlier, you're looking for imbalance. If Johnny is always the same, he's boring as hell. You either want him to win the lottery, or sorry Johnny, you're going to push him down the stairs. And pushing him down the stairs might be the best thing you ever did for him, and giving him the lottery might be the worst. So be slow to judge yourself and your own cruelty if you're writing, if you're creating fictional characters. You've got to give them a push start or a nudge.